Evgeny Plushenko and Tutberidze have already shown their shows in Moscow, but now it's the turn of Ilya Averbukh. Preparations for favorite songs about the main thing are in full swing, so the skaters have already held an open rehearsal. This is a nice feature of the Averbukh show, which neither Plushenko nor Tutberidze have. Ilya invited journalists to Megasport to talk about the concept of his show and show small spoilers of the numbers. All participants' programs will be new, and they will be dedicated to the Great Patriotic War. Initiative from below, not from above. I want to emphasize this. The idea of the show was born a few years ago. The first show on this topic was held in St. Petersburg, and there the initiative was from above. In cooperation with the Elena Berezhnaya Theater, we have created a program that is very much in demand by the audience in St. Petersburg. This is a social project where the audience comes to get in touch with the great skaters. Here I proposed this initiative, and it was supported by Moscomsport, and I really hope that this is the first sign, and the feedback that will be after the show will give us the opportunity to establish such a tradition of the show on the eve of May 9th. May 9 is a fundamental holiday in our country. We must keep this date and pass it on to our children, because time is running out, everything is a little erased, and we must talk about it. It's not the first time I've done numbers on a military theme. In the Ice Age this is also a frequently occurring story. This form is clear and accessible. I want to emphasize once again that everything will be with live vocals. It will be a concert within a concert, a lot of folk instruments with which the songs begin to sound differently. The program will be in one branch, will be connected by a single storyline. After each number, the athletes will not bow, no one will call them a sort of theatrical reception. We will find ourselves in the feeling of a little pre-war, military and, of course, the post-war era of the Great Patriotic War, Ilya told reporters. On Saturday, in addition to Averbukh, there were Evgenia Medvedeva, Alexander Enbert, Alexander Stepanova and Ivan Bukin, Vasilisa Kaganovskaya and Valery Angelopol, Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov, as well as figure skater Mikhail Tikhonov from Donetsk. Ilya told a sweet story about how a young athlete ended up in his show. For the first time I saw Mikhail Tikhonov on the project Ice Age. Children. A good boy, but he was a bit stiff and didn't pass the casting. I was one of those who said that next time. After the shooting of the program ended, his mother came up to me, thanking him for taking part in the casting. She said that we have such a fate. If you recommend us to one of the coaches, we would like to continue training. I recommended. Misha began to speak. Then at some point I lost contact with him, but just recently I found out that he began to train with Svetlana Sokolovskaya. I called Svetlana, said that I have a debt to Misha. Their fate is very consonant with this show. It is clear that he still has to grow, but to feel the hall is a good chance. I called and we agreed. I came to him, we did this number, and now he will perform with him, Ilya told reporters. An unusual novelty for the show is being prepared by Evgenia Medvedeva, who will show a fully paired number for the first time. Alexander Enbert, Zhenya's partner in the play Anna Karenina, will help her in this. Sasha and I have a unique number for us personally, because for the first time we write together not as part of a performance, but precisely as part of a show. We have put a new number specifically for this tour. It is interesting for me to go out and skate the whole pair number, one might say, sports. It's going to be quite difficult, it's going to be a challenge for me personally, so keep an eye on how we're progressing. I think in a couple of performances we will finally roll up, and everything will be beautiful. In the meantime, we will keep the intrigue, said Zhenya. However, Alexander was not quite ready to keep secrets from journalists. Enbert intrigued, but in the end he quickly gave out the main theme of the issue. We have a certain mutual understanding, there is a certain coincidence. Ilya said that we had collected the number together with Evgenia. This, of course, is an exaggeration. But we already feel a lot, we know a lot, we understand a lot in terms of what is convenient for each other, what is inconvenient. We have a number about the fact that everyone knows what was before us and what will happen after us, about what saves this world. Number about love, gentlemen. Okay, I couldn't take it, Enbert said with a laugh. Zhenya and Sasha will perform under swan fidelity. The program for the rehearsal was not yet completely ready, and this is not surprising, because the skater had just returned from the Maldives. However, her form is already very good. The skaters showed very confident lifts and toes. It's not even worth talking about artistry, professionals of this level have already perfected everything. How difficult is it to present an act on a military theme? Our job is to go out for a ride. We've been doing this all our lives. Music plays, we go out and do our job. Difficult, easy, you go out, do it, and that's it, Medvedeva shared after the rehearsal. For whom open rehearsals and press approaches are still new, it is for Vasilisa Kaganaskaya and Valery Angelpal. The guys obviously felt out of place and were a little shy, so Ilya Averbukh himself spoke about the idea of their number. I am very pleased with our cooperation. The guys will perform to the song Blue Handkerchief. This story is about how everyone trusts each other, and that she will always be waiting for him. Such pre-war, nothing has begun yet, they are bright, free, soaring. So that we understand what the young guys were like when they left to defend our country. This is their story, said Ilya. However, on the ice, all the shyness of the guys went away, and they skated very brightly and uninhibitedly. Perhaps the most long-awaited episode of the Averbukh show will be the number of Alexander Stepanova and Ivan Bukin. The guys will perform for the first time in front of the public, after the suspension of their career and Sasha's birth. The girl returned to training recently, but Ivan assures that she already feels good on the ice. Stepanova. Was it hard to return to training? Yes, good. Bukin. Yes, it was not difficult for her at all. I thought more that it would be hard for her, but she came out and started skating better than me. The guy's number, like many in this show, will be about love. Even during the war, people dreamed. We dreamed that there would be peace, and that we would fly into space, so the song Tenderness sounds. Of course, we are talking about the desire that people will be in space, so this is the main song of our astronauts. And the guys will portray people who are not together now, but dream of something more. Of course, every number here is about love. You shouldn't be original, said Ilya Averbukh. The touching family story will be shown on the ice by Maria Petrova and Alexei Tikhonov, who will take to the ice with their daughter Polina. Petrova. In this issue we are trying to show how reverent and sincere it all is a mother and daughter are waiting for their father from the war. In this issue we try to explain, show and connect all this. Tikhonov. It's amazing that, despite the words dark night, this is an amazingly bright song, an incredible soul, fortitude, the power of love. I hope that our family will be able to pass it all on. And these are just a few of the stories that Moscow viewers will see. Something tells me that May 4 at Megasport will be very touching and interesting.